What's Gucci? Good morning. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm drinking some tea with dandelion and some other stuff. I don't know. Today's video, as you can see by the title, is an astrological perspective on the coronavirus. I really didn't want to do this video because, it's just kind of annoying. Like, it's annoying for me because I know what's really going on. So to hear everybody, freak out about it and panic and, make it seem like it's this big deal, social distancing and all that stuff, it's just so fucking annoying. So, what are you doing, Major? I didn't really want to talk about it, but multiple people asked me for this video, so I might as well. Earlier this year in January, I made a video and I basically did a reading on all the global events that were taking place at the time and were gonna take place. I can't really speak too much on it because I deleted it, so it's like, where's your proof? But I called this. I literally said that this year is gonna be hectic and there's gonna be a lot of panicking, and I specifically said don't fear, don't be scared, because that's the worst thing that you can do is be scared. Why are you sniffing everything? So, yeah, I can't really speak too much on that because I deleted it. But basically, like I just said, I told everybody to remain calm. And around that time, what was going on? That was the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, which is, for everybody living right now, the biggest event in our existing history. Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn has not happened since the year 1518. So that's over 500 years ago. That's when the transatlantic slave trade began, and that's when Martin Luther revolted against the church and posted his whatever page thesis on the church doors. So obviously those were big historical events. We're taught about it in school. So the fact 500 years later, we have another Saturn-Pluto conjunction in Capricorn right now, it's going to be some historical textbook history playing out in front of our eyes right here. Like, we're living through history right now. There's other major conjunctions and alignments, not even just conjunctions. You got Saturn conjunct Jupiter, you got Pluto conjunct Mars, you got Pluto conjunct Jupiter, Mars conjunct Pluto, right? And all of these are major alignments. Mind you, these are happening in Capricorn. All these alignments are happening in Capricorn. And if you're unfamiliar with astrology, Capricorn is like the father figure. He is the authoritative person. He makes the rules. He calls the shots. He is the disciplined man, okay? How you discipline yourself, all right? So he deals with all of that masculine, patriarchal stuff, okay? So the fact that we have all these alignments happening in Capricorn shows that there's a breaking down and rebuilding of our societal structure, because that's what Capricorn rules. And the fact that we just had Saturn move into Aquarius after it's been in Capricorn for the past 3 years, it's a time for people like myself, revolutionaries, humanitarians, whatever you identify with. It's a time for those people to call their own shots and not be shot down by society, but, make their own rules. Because Aquarius is the humanitarian sign, right? And the fact that Saturn is just moved into Aquarius just for a little bit, then it's gonna go back into Capricorn, so we're just going to get a little taste before it goes back completely. It's a liberation, and it's a karmic payout of everything that we've been working for. So if you've been doing shadow work and you've been working on yourself to build a firm foundation for yourself in terms of your future and financial freedom and all that stuff, right? Working to liberate yourself spiritually, it's going to be a karmic payout. So you feel like you've been doing all this work and nothing has happened. It's going to happen now. It's just all a matter of time. For everybody who hasn't been doing the work, they're going to be forced to look at what they're not doing. For example, I was outside on my deck, well, not my deck, where I am right now. I was painting. I was out for a couple hours, and within that course of time, multiple people had came outside and they were on the phone. And one particular lady, she was venting to her friend about how since she don't have to go to work, she don't know what to do with her life, and like she's stressing and she's so miserable and blah 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 blah. That's just an example of Saturn moving into an Aquarius and being forced to look at what you're not doing with yourself, being forced to make the change to get in touch with who you really are and fall away from this matrix stuff. And that is what you should be taking from this whole coronavirus social distancing situation. Before I get into that, I want to finish talking about the alignments. So the Mars-Pluto conjunction, Mars is the planet of war, dominance, assertiveness, and how far are you willing to go to stand for what you think? That's Mars, okay? And Pluto, that's a planet all about death, rebirth. I don't mean death as in like, dying, but the process of death and rebirth. Death, rebirth, change, reconstruction, but coming down where it is so deep. Like Pluto has depth, so Pluto has no sympathy. So it's a harsh breaking down, like a harsh reality, like a tower moment in the tarot cards. It's so quick, it's so fast, just a breaking down of everything and you're forced to look at it like, damn, like what the fuck, what just happened? That's Pluto, okay? So that alignment taking place now in Capricorn shows you that there is going to be a breaking down very quickly of our society, everything we stand on, our structure, and aggressively. It's not happening all, like with Venus, where everything is loving and stuff. It's happening fast, and it's happening where it's going to trigger some people, which is the Mars aspect. Okay, but those are all major alignments. But the biggest one is the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that already happened on like January 12th. That's going to be setting the stage for like obviously the next 500 fucking years, or until it happens in a different sign. But Capricorn wise in our society, that's the biggest one. And around that time, what was going on? You had USA on the brink of a World War III with Iran. You had the bushfires, or the wildfires as Americans would say. And then you had the introduction of the virus when it was just in China, right? So you have all this chaotic stuff going on at once. And it just seemed like the world is coming to an end. That is Saturn-Pluto conjunction. And we're going to be feeling this energy for the next couple of years, probably. I don't even know. I don't want to, scare anybody. But I would say until 2025, some major changes are going to be happening. Like, think about how 9/11 changed the course of the world. That's just like baby to the changes that are coming now. The coronavirus is obviously a physical manifestation of Saturn-Pluto conjunction, Mars-Pluto conjunction, everything I just talked about. It is the manifestation of the fear in the masses of not knowing what's happening, of not knowing what's coming next, of not being in control. Because it wouldn't have any power if people didn't fear it. Fear kills the immune system. So by everybody freaking out, being scared to leave their house, they're literally just making themselves more susceptible to a virus. If you have a healthy immune system, you can't catch it. And if you do, you'll fight it off. Literally, the flu is more dangerous. You're more likely to get shot than catch this virus. But anyway, so corona, what does that mean? Coronavirus is the crown chakra virus. Corona means crown. And it's literally attacking your crown chakra, making you scared. It's making you not trust yourself, not trust anybody. You're isolating yourself from nature. You're isolating yourself from your loved ones. You're doubting everyone. You're doubting yourself. The fear is making your body weak. The fear is killing your immune system. It's moving you away from the things that really matter, the things that you should really be thinking about, and you're thinking about coronavirus. Am I going to catch it? Oh my gosh, I'm not going to leave the house because, oh my gosh, I'm going to get sick, right? So it's attacking your crown chakra. It's making your aura weak. And the real danger here is not the virus itself. The real problem here is not the virus, but it's the vaccine that they plan on letting out. If you've been, following what's going on around the world, in the UK, they're putting up 5G towers right now. During a freaking pandemic, why are you putting out 5G towers? If you're unfamiliar with what 5G does, it emits dangerously toxic amounts of radiation. All the CEOs stepping down from their position. Why? I was on the phone with my grandma the other day. She lives in Atlanta, so my dad, born and raised in Atlanta. But anyway, I was talking to her, and she was just telling me, what's going on down there. And they are locked down for 2 weeks or something like that. I believe that's what she said. But it's crazy out there. And she told me, I didn't tell her, she told me that every election year there's something new. Like they put out something new in terms of a pandemic. And I didn't tell her that. She told me that. So the fact that my grandma don't got no social media, she don't even have a smartphone. She has a flip phone. So the fact that she is able to be educated on the other aspect of what's going on instead of what's being told to the masses, there's no excuse for anybody else. Everybody that's watching this video, anybody under the age of, I don't even know, they have access to technology. So they should be able to educate themselves on, the truth behind stuff. I ain't taking no notes. I'm just going off the top of my head, so I'm just trying to see what else I'm going to talk about. Instead of people going to buy herbs and buy medicine and buy fruits and vegetables and stuff, what do they fucking buy? They buy fucking toilet paper. They stock up on meat and a whole bunch of other bullshit. Just shows you how fucking retarded everybody is. They're not building their immune system. They're hiding from the virus. Like, this is why I didn't want to talk about it, because it's just a fucking joke. To me, it's a fucking joke. My personal opinion is the coronavirus is just an excuse to get people to take the vaccination, which is gonna keep them from accessing their pineal gland and fuck up their immune system, probably make them infertile, kill their testosterone, probably give them the RFID chip. I don't know. That's probably 5G activated. I don't know. These are just my personal assumptions. It's gonna, I feel like, cause autism in underdeveloped children and babies, because that's what the flu vaccination did, and this one's just going to be way worse. And also I feel like this is going to be forced vaccination as well. Honestly, the coronavirus is just an excuse to take away some freedoms, and the people are going to give them up willingly because they're uneducated and they think that they're being helped, but really they're being robbed. So I feel like the stock market is going to crash. The cash money system is going to be no longer. I feel like everything's going to be digital. I just think it's going to be a lot of, 1984. If you haven't read that book, sorry for that reference. But I think it's for control and just to enforce some new rules. Like, it may not go as far as martial law. It's going to be like subtle martial law, like where the people don't know that it's martial law, but this was taking place. Or only in certain states martial law would be taking place, like in New York, California, states like those. The places that are on lockdown right now, they'll probably get martial law enforced. The cash is going to lose value. And, to purchase groceries, you're going to have some form of identification. And it's all going to be in one place. Like an RFID chip, for example, is just like quick scan, Ebony Reed, this is who I am, this is the amount of money I have, blah, blah, blah. All in like 1 second. So it's going to look like it's convenient and it's for the conveniency, but really it's just making you, combining you with AI technology and lowering your vibration completely, and there is no coming back from that. Once you get that chip, or you combine yourself with artificial technology, you're saying, fuck nature, I'm not a part of you, I'm smarter than you, I got all the answers, and you lose access to your pineal gland. You probably gonna reincarnate, honestly. Like, so you gotta be educated, because don't get that vaccination, even if it is forced. Fuck them. Tell them you'll die before you get that vaccination. I mean, not everybody is, that courageous, but why would you want to live if you're not living how you're supposed to live, right? I'd rather die free than, live a long life enslaved. Fuck that. But, yeah, pretty much all my points. Everything's gonna be digital. It's gonna be like Black Mirror episodes. They're watching your every move. The Black Mirror is just predictive programming. There's no more privacy. It's 1984. I just finished that book yesterday, and I don't like that book, bro. I don't like the ending. It was a good book, but the ending was just like, okay, this book was written by Freemasons, obviously. Like, this is what they intend to do. We're living in the year 1984. So yeah, it's all a part of Agenda 21. Okay? If you're not familiar with that, look it up. I don't feel like doing a video about that right now because I'm chilling. What I want everybody to take from this video is, don't be scared because everything happens for a reason. Don't feel like you're out of control just because you don't know what's happening next. That means anything can happen, anything is possible. So you choose to look at it negative, that means you could look at it positive. So use this time to get back in touch with your inner child and have that optimistic, childlike outlook on life, because literally anything could happen. This is the perfect time to manifest, because it's like, who would have known that class of 2020 doesn't get to graduate, right? Like, who would have predicted that? Nobody. So use this time to manifest whatever it is you want to do. Get in touch with yourself, manifest that shit. Anything is possible right now. Okay, be optimistic, don't be scared, because if you're being scared, you're just weakening your immune system and you're feeding the power that it already has. So don't give it any power. Put that energy into yourself instead of putting it into the coronavirus, because the coronavirus is not really the coronavirus. Yes, it's real, but it's like the Trojan horse. It's just ushering in something else that's bigger that the people don't really know. So don't focus on the coronavirus is my main point. That's why I didn't want to make this video, because I don't want to feed it. Don't focus on it. Use this time to focus on yourself. Okay, this is a very positive time. And the fact that I gave you like what's going on in the sky astrologically, and that's why everything is happening right now, just shows everything happens for a reason. So yeah, it may seem like bad and scary and like, oh my gosh, what's happening, but nothing is bad. Good and bad are of the same virtue. They're the same thing. It's all about how you look at it. So if you look at it bad, you can look at it good, right? But what I really want to say is the fact that this is happening astrologically, because of what's happening astrologically, shows it's happening for a reason. So don't be scared, okay? Trust the universe. Trust what's being built, okay? Use this to build your foundation, okay? Don't focus on the coronavirus. Fuck the coronavirus. You stuck at home? Build a passion. Find your passion. Go paint. Go write a book. Go read a book. Go for a walk, okay? Sit outside in the sun. Literally, my phone's just gonna keep turning off because I have no storage. So, like I was saying, before it cuts off again, use this time to get to know yourself. Go within, meditate, do yoga, get a better diet, you know, set goals for yourself. You're so cute, Mage. Set goals for yourself. Be accomplishing things personally that are applicable to your personable life. That made no sense. Applicable to your personal life, okay? Don't be like that lady that was venting to her friend about how she doesn't know what to do with herself because she doesn't have to go to work. It's a blessing not to go to work, okay? Now you get to meet yourself, okay? Find yourself, all right? Bye.